There was a young woman who used to live in a big city with her mother. She was very average in everything. She was not too tall, not too short, not very beautiful, not very ugly. She was she used to work as a secretary in one of the offices, and work life was also very mundane and average. Didn't have a real connection with colleagues or had any friends. So it was a pretty plain, boring, average kind of a life that she was leading. One day, while walking to office, she saw that a new shop had opened on the way. So out of curiosity, she just entered, and she found a couple of hats, and she just started trying them. And she liked one, and as she was trying it, there was a young girl, another buyer, with her mother, who looked at her and called out her mother and said, "Mom, that woman looks so pretty with that hat on." So that woman actually looked at her and said that, "Ma'am, this hat really looks nice on you. You look beautiful." There was another buyer as well who came and said that, "You look amazing with that hat." She got serious about this hat then. So she went and tried looking at her in the mirror and loved how she looked. She felt beautiful and went straight to the counter and bought that hat and moved out of the building. As she moved out, a new world kind of revealed itself in front of her. The coffee shops and all the chaos around seemed magical. She felt she was drifting in the clouds. That was the joy that she had from inside. The traffic sounded like melody, and as she was walking, she saw a lot of people noticing her and smiling at her. There were a few men who looked at her very nicely, and she felt very good inside. And she kept walking and reached her office building, and the doorman opened the door for her, uh, which was something that she had never really experienced in the past. And as she moved ahead in the lift, a few people asked her which floor she wants to go to. She moved ahead, and as she settled herself, many colleagues spoke to her during the day and complimented her on how beautiful she looked, and there was something very nice about her. And her boss called her and said, "Let's go out for lunch and discuss how you're doing." And this was just turning out to be a magical day. So with so many things happening with the world, beautiful world around her, she ended the day and took a cab back home. And as she entered the house, her mother said, "What happened? You look amazing. How beautiful you look, my daughter." So she said, "Mom, this is all because of this magical hat. I bought this today morning and everything seems to change." So mother was like, "Okay, where is this hat?" So she said, "It's on my head." And then she noticed that the hat was not really there. So she felt very bad that she had probably lost it. She started thinking, and she couldn't really place where exactly did she remove it. Was it in the office? Was it in the cab? Was it at lunch? She couldn't really, think about it. And then she realized that while making the payment, she just paid and left um, the hat in the shop itself and moved out without really wearing it. So now, was the hat magical, or was her internal dialogue magical? The magic is always within us. It's about how we look at ourselves. So tell me, are you wearing your magical hat, the invisible one, today?